Yeah, obviously another good win for us. I thought offensively we did some really good things throughout the game. Defensively we needed to make some adjustments, after the first quarter, but I thought we responded well in the second quarter and then the third. Obviously a little bit of a crazy game down the stretch with free throws and that type of thing. So, but really pleased with the output, and always important to try and get those rivalry wins. You think you kind of throw records out the window with those, and was pleased. I thought Akron played really hard, and really made some things difficult for us. They were really good on the glass, with 11 offensive rebounds. So for us, Emory, what can you say about Emory's week? A phenomenal game against Ohio, 17 for 12, not missing a shot. She missed one shot all week. So, and then a 29-point outbreak today was phenomenal, and perfect timing right when we need it with, 4 of our top 6 players out. Emory's going to start saying, well, maybe they're not one of the top 6, but she really stepped up big for us, and we needed it right when we needed it most. And so exciting to see her playing that well. Excited to see how Caitlyn's really starting to come into her own, getting more comfortable on the floor. It takes a little bit. For these 2 players, they're both new to this system, and now we're in mid-January, and you start seeing some of those things pay off as you work through frustrating moments. And I think our new players are starting to get into a little bit more of a rhythm, and I know they both – They look more comfortable. Well, they feel more comfortable or not, I don't know, but they both look more comfortable on the court and are contributing right when we need them to. So good win for us overall.
Questions for our 2 student athletes? If you guys could both start with just the bench right now, 115 bench points the last 3 games. What's the identity for your guys' bench, and why right now are you guys continuing to just bring a spark for the whole entire game?
I'll go. We just play hard, and the bench, they don't know how many minutes they're getting, but they play hard every single minute, and that's exactly what we need if our starters aren't contributing, which they are, but obviously, but the bench can step in and fill a gap if a starter gets tired, and that's really important for us to win.
Yeah, add off Emory, you never know when your name's going to get called, so I think it's important to always be ready and not, like he says, not be a spectator when you're on the bench, and to always be locked in, and when you come in, just really give all your effort, and yeah.
Quick stat for you, Caitlyn. You have 11 and 1s this season. What has it been about just you in transition, being so confident towards the cup? What's your, kind of mindset when you're in transition, how tough you've been to the basket?
Yeah, I feel like transition's probably one of the best parts of my game. So whenever I get the ball, I just try to push it, and I feel like I'm going up and I'm scoring. That's really my mindset. So yeah.
Caitlyn, how have you tried to improve your decision making in the pick and roll? Because it seemed like you found Riley on one, you found Emory on another, and another time you stopped and hit a mid-range jump shot. So take me through your decision making process in those plays and how that's improved throughout the year.
Yeah, when I first came here in the summer, I would try to just go and score off of a pick and roll. But now, the roll, I didn't see it as much in the beginning, but now, like I hit Emory, I hit Riley, or you just stop and hit a pull-up. But been a lot working with Coach Fran and helping me make decisions. So, yeah. And watching film, of course.
Emory, I believe over your last 4 games, you shot at least 75% from the field. Kind of take me through what you saw tonight on the field and what you've been seeing recently on the court in these games.
Just hard work. Coming into the gym every single day with a good mindset, and I don't always make everything in practice, so I am nowhere near from perfect, but just getting in practice every day and working hard, I'm glad it's translating into the game.
Just for the record, I'd rather you miss in practice than the game, so that's fine. You can keep doing that.
Emory, what is this recent kind of, hot streak you've been on that Coach described done for your confidence?
It's boosted my confidence a lot, and it's really cool. With the help of my teammates, of course, they help me boost my confidence even more than what the stat sheet will say, if baskets aren't going in and things like that. So it's really just my teammates at the end of the day. It's great to see the stat sheet, but at the end of the day, my teammates always will boost my confidence.
Hey, Caitlyn, As an Akron kid, what did this game mean to you?
It meant a lot, you know. Obviously, I'm at Kent, so, you know, I'm glad I'm here, for sure.
What did that kind of first taste of the rivalry, what was that experience like? Were you looking forward to it, and then what was it like?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's my hometown, but I love Kent, too.
Caitlyn, how do you feel you've fit in and adjusted to college basketball so far?
I feel like I fit in pretty well. You know, some days are harder than others, but my teammates are always helping me with my confidence, and the coaches, I feel like they really believe in me, so I feel good.
I can expand on that a little bit too, because I think with Caitlyn, she's so coachable. Like, she wants to get better. She's always in the gym working on her game. Emory can attest to that. You know, she loves to play, and it's easy to work with players that are like that. That even when they're struggling, I think early on, right in the summer and early on. I mean, for most freshmen, it's an adjustment. And to Caitlyn's credit, she's been really good at just like sticking through it, even when she has some low moments, coming back and keep continuing to work on it. And now she's starting to see that pay off, you know, with her comfort level on the court, and really looking forward to what's going to happen in her future with her hard work.
So, Todd, kind of related to that point, like, so for her and other players making the transition, high school to college, you know, she's used to scoring a lot, all-time leading scorer at Elliott for anyone, boys or girls basketball, but when you get here, how important is it to impact the game regardless of whether you're making shots?
Yeah, she's learning that, right? It's like you got to play. I think in high school, no matter where you are, if you're a really talented player, you have the luxury of kind of turning it on when you need to, and you can take some plays off and that type of thing. And I think she's learning the value of, like, every play matters, like everybody's good. You got to be focused all the time when you're on the court. There's more terminology, the scouts are more intricate, that type of thing. And so not just Caitlyn, for every freshman, even with Emory in a new system, learning terminology, it takes a little bit, you know. And that's you know, we weren't surprised that they were kind of struggling with that a little bit. We always say, like, a quote I love using with that is, a cluttered mind equals a slow body, right? So when you have so much information in your head, it's hard to really just play until you kind of sort that clutter out and put it where it needs to be, and then you can just get back to playing. And that's kind of what you're seeing from both of them right now, is the game slowed down a little bit. There's not so much stuff running around in their heads, and they're able to just play.
Anything else for Emory or Caitlyn real quick?
I just want to ask Caitlyn real quick, just how much pride do you take in being able to do so many different things for the team? Like, you know, Coach was talking about with, you know, the defense, rebounding, obviously assists. Like, how much pride have you taken in contributing in an all-around game?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in it. You know, like in high school, I was able to take plays off and just relax, but I feel like it's super important to all the little things matter, like he was saying, and I've been trying to do that a lot more, and yeah, I think it's working out.
All right, ladies, you're good to go.
Appreciate you guys. Good.
Coach, after that first media timeout, Akron's pressure seemed like it was getting to your team a little bit. What was the message in that huddle that helped you guys bounce back? Because it seemed like your offense was comfortable the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean, Akron hadn't shown that a whole lot. I'm not surprised that they did it to kind of shake us up. Got us out of rhythm early, like you said. Just need to kind of call a timeout, get us in the right spots, and just execute our press offense. And once we did that, we really didn't struggle with it after that. In fact, it created some baskets for us. So, you know, it's just kind of getting them reorganized. Everybody's like panicking for some reason. We were only down 5. Take the timeout, take a deep breath, get everybody where they need to be, and then kind of execute. And I thought they did a better job of that.
This was one of Maya's, or could have been Maya's, most efficient game of the year. She was patient. When she took her shots, she was usually making them. What was it about her decision-making today in the offensive end that allowed her to be so successful and efficient?
Yeah, I think anytime you lose talented teammates and scorers, that you feel like you got to cover all that yourself. And I think she was feeling that a little bit, you know, in that for, you know, 3-4 weeks, probably a month, you know, kind of going through that, where I got to take on all that scoring, and I've got to really look, you know, And she had some good games, some tough games, and that type of thing. And I think now that other players are stepping up, getting a little bit more comfortable with some of those roles now, I think Maya's kind of settled back into just like, hey, let's play basketball, be more opportunistic, taking advantage of what's coming her way, and not just feeling like she's got to press all the time. So nice to see her kind of relax into that a little bit and just kind of play. I think Deanna has also helped out with that. I think the two of them are playing well off of each other, and that's helped Deanna as well. So, I mean, Deanna and Maya, both of them are benefiting from that with each other. Yeah.
Coach, could you touch on Bianca right now, playing 30 very strong minutes, someone that really has had to step up with all the injuries. Just how is she continuing to grow right now, and just how smart of a player she is right now, her impact on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, once again, I think, I have the benefit of seeing them every day in practice, and you see how hard somebody's working and what their potential is. And sometimes a player just is playing a little bit better than them in practice and consistently in games, and they end up getting those minutes. But Bianca has been ready for this opportunity. She's had some of those games when she's had to come in because of foul trouble and that type of thing, and contributed. So she's the perfect example of staying ready so you don't have to get ready. She has been ready, and now all of a sudden she's needed, and she's playing really solid on both sides of the basketball. And 3 assists, only 1 turnover. Thought she did a better job of not fouling. The other day she got a little bit of foul trouble, but she's been really valuable to our little turnaround here.
You probably have more than one, but to have the bye week right now and some time to prepare for next Saturday, what are the biggest things that you would like to work on, even though it's been a great 3-game stretch right now for your group?
Well, we're going to work on some rest. That's the first thing we're going to work on for the players. The coaching staff's going to work on recruiting, and we're going to be on the road recruiting and trying to prepare for the future as well now that we have a little bit of a bye week. And then we'll get back in the gym and start breaking down things with Buffalo and things that we need to improve on. I think you can never spend too much time on ball control, I wasn't necessarily pleased with their 11 offensive rebounds, so we got to make sure we're continuing to do a better job of keeping teams off the offensive glass. But lots of stuff. The nice thing about this team is we're not close to as good as we can be. And you're like, well, why is that a good thing? Because there's room for improvement. I think some teams are at their peak right now. We want to be on the upswing and peaking at the right time. So I'm pleased with where we're headed, not where we are.
Coach, kind of take me through the defensive adjustments you made after that first media time. You had 12 points point in the paint allowed during that stretch, and then you didn't allow a single point the rest of the quarter in the paint.
Yeah, we had to get a little bit grittier, right? We were letting them get to their spots a little easier. We always talk with post players, you got to fight for real estate, fight for space early. And I thought we were just kind of waiting for them to get there, and then we were starting to defend late. And then our defense around the post entries, like the first line of post defense is your guard play, like making passes difficult to get in there. If you can limit post touches, you don't have to play as much post defense. So that picked up as well. I thought all around it was a team effort that really led to that, but thought we did a really good job. And then, obviously Emory and Riley. I mean, if you look at Riley's numbers this week, not as big, but also efficient. I mean, our 2 post players have missed 5 shots total this whole week. I mean, that's significant. The contribution we've gotten out of that position specifically has risen dramatically, and that's with arguably one of the best post players in the league out. With Janae being out, those 2 have really stepped it up.
And how's that kind of opened up the offense and the guard play throughout the recent weeks?
It's it's like the running game in football, right? If you can hand the ball off, it changes their defense. It opens up the passing game. It's the same thing with the post. If you can really pound the ball inside and really score in the paint, get to the free throw line, it opens up the perimeter. And I think that's why you're seeing our shooting percentages going up. It's because we're getting higher quality looks on the outside.
Anything else, Coach?
All right. Go Flashes.